It's day 5, and it's crazy how much we don't agree on what's happening. Oh, and I'm not getting any mail at the moment, so there's that. This is Still Life with Zombies. I'm keeping the music. It's fine. Welcome to day 5. I am your host, Ted Stitchman. So, like I said, I'm not getting any mail, and apparently no one else is either. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't notice because the only mail I get right now are bills and solicitations from auto insurance companies. I don't have a car. I haven't had a car since I moved to New York. I don't know where these guys are getting their information from. But there was a report earlier today saying that mail was not being delivered to the 5 boroughs as the government has not figured out how to deliver the mail safely. So we have found the limit. Snow, rain, heat, yeah. Zombies, no. That's a different thing. I do not blame them, and it's fine. I pay all my bills online anyway, except my rent. I write checks for the rent. Not sure how that's going to work now. There's a lot to think about. I will receive any unemployment benefits through direct deposit, but there's a lot of people applying right now, and I've heard that the website has crashed a few times, and the wait may be as long as 2 months. I like the optimism of people thinking this will be fixed in 2 months. And to be fair, it may be fixed. Or something. Rectified. Resolved. Whatever. The zombie problem seems to be only affecting the NYC area. Well, yeah. Well, if you haven't heard by now, it has made its way to the Bronx. So, yeah, it's all over. And part of the problem, maybe, it's twofold. People are still going outside, but to be fair, in many cases, that's where the food is, if you haven't already just got what you need in the first few days. But also there's a bit of mixed messaging going on, and it may depend on where you get your news from. And when I say that, I mean, see, no one can seem to agree on how this spreads. Eyewitness accounts have stated unequivocal I can't say that word right now. Eyewitness accounts have said that, without a doubt, bodily fluid is how it spreads. Like, you know, when you get bitten and your blood mixes with zombie saliva, or however you want to put it. Yeah, but there are some reports coming out suggesting that it's airborne, which is absolutely terrifying because you can't not breathe. But there is a qualifier with that, in that when they say that, these reports are coming from hospices and hospitals that people who, from all accounts, have not been infected and die under normal circumstances, they're becoming zombies as well. Now, it's important to note that these occurrences have not sparked vigorous outbreaks, as in, if you're in a hospice, then you're in bad shape to begin with. So any old people who turn don't have a lot to work with, so they've been put down immediately. This is from a report I saw on TYT from Emma Vigeland, by the way. And I have to stress this. It is the only report of this being not just a close contact contagion. The other news sources maybe are still checking sources because no one wants to get this wrong. Which brings me back to that thing I said about mixed messaging. CNN is saying that it's under control, and as long as people stay inside and away from, zombies, then they should be fine. MSNBC is pretty much saying the same thing. No mention of this being airborne or just something that people who die do now. And this is a little frustrating because I mean, there's so many people in NYC. There's more people in this little area than there are in some states. Certainly Wyoming. Alaska, yeah. Probably Idaho. It's crowded here. People die here all the time for one reason or another. Now, did they die from natural causes? Alcohol poisoning? Did they get hit by a car because they're a bike messenger and they get hit like a lot because traffic signals are meaningless to them? And maybe I can forgive some news outlets for not wanting to pull the trigger on the airborne thing, because how do you really know? Maybe that bike messenger stuck to the windshield of your car was bitten prior to that and now is trying to eat your family. And you know what that has the potential of becoming? Oh man, I just hit a bike messenger with my car. I better smash his head in before he tries to eat my family. But would he have turned? Did you just murder a bike messenger because better safe than sorry? I mean, until we get on the same page about this, then this just opens like a lot of doors, a lot of unfortunate doors. But again, there's a lockdown, so one, don't be a bike messenger right now, and two, maybe don't take the family car out with your family in it. And yeah, maybe you're trying to get out of town. I get that. If I had a car, I probably would have beat a path for it too. But I don't have a car. Stop trying to sell me car insurance. But anyway, if you leave and have some zombie stuff on you, or you got bit, then you could drive to Connecticut or Jersey or upstate, and you could be the one eating your family in the car. Who knows? There are many possibilities right now, and none of them are good. Anyway, HBO News with Idina Menzel. I looked up how to pronounce her name. I should have done that yesterday. HBO News with Idina Menzel. I said it wrong. Idina Menzel. I'm never going to get this. HBO News with Idina Menzel and Timothy Oliphant is reporting pretty much what John Oliver reported, which is that until we know exactly what is happening, the best thing to do is stay inside, or, barring that, try to go to places that are being protected by local, state, and federal authorities. The people with guns. And in doing so, try to make it completely obvious that you are not a zombie. Suggestions included waving your arms wildly in the air while approaching, shouting, "I am not a zombie," at the people with the guns, which is, I think you could shout anything, really. Zombies don't talk so far as we know, or run. Be more active, I guess. But that would follow waving your arms around. It was kind of a bit that they did, just trying to inject a bit of humor into all this. Hopefully no one who is not a zombie gets shot, but I'm not. Look out for your elders. They may move like zombies and not be able to wave their arms around. I don't know. They can get loud, so that's something. If you've ever had an old person yell at you, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, and Fox. Fox News is... Okay, Fox is... It's a little weird because they're located in New York, and... Okay, so they kind of have sort of like regular news, like maybe 3 times a day or something, and that is all surrounded by op-ed people who do their thing like they do. The whole angry at the world fake tan, thank God, so many fake tans. They're kind of playing it down, which is, yeah, weird. They are in NYC. They have members of the National Guard surrounding them. The area around Rockefeller Center, there's a whole area blocked off. And they are saying that the mainstream media is exaggerating the outbreak. And to prove this, they showed footage of the area that has been made safe for them and are asking, where are all the zombies? The liberal media is saying it's madness in the streets. Do you see any madness happening? So, if you watch Fox News, then I guess what you're getting from this is that there is a liberal conspiracy happening. Now, I don't know if Fox News is actively trying to murder their audience. I mean, that can't be good for ratings. Or maybe they think NYC is so liberal-leaning that it would be better to thin the herd. And that just sounds like a conspiracy, but man, again, it would be nice if everybody was getting the same information on all sides. We don't have to be contrarian about every goddamn thing. Can we have one thing that isn't political? Can we just all agree that zombies are a bad thing? And I'm not saying that Fox isn't suggesting that there isn't a zombie problem. They are acknowledging it. But day 5 looks a lot worse than day 1 did. USA Today is saying that Broadway is shut down, so people will have to wait to see Hamilton. Sure. And then they took a poll to find out how people feel about zombies. I'm not sure that's helpful. Then, of course, you may get your news from Facebook. If that's the case, you do you, man. I mean, maybe you'll see a link that makes sense. Then again, you may see some deep state stuff or conspiracy stuff or wrath of God stuff because NYC is Babylon to many people. Or you may not even know this is happening and are busy watching videos of people who keep owls as pets. Now, full disclosure, I stopped using Facebook earlier this year because I couldn't stop getting angry at relatives. But since all this has been happening, I returned and it instantly reminded me about why I gave it up in the first place. I mean, I really just wanted to reach out and make sure that people I know here are okay, but my feed has just been chaos. Which is it? Is it Revelations or is it a liberal conspiracy? It can't be both, Uncle Frank. Pick a lane. See, I'm getting angry about it right now and I'm not even looking at it. Thanks, Facebook. You've put really shitty frosting on a really shitty cake. See, if it's airborne, then what does that really mean? I'm going back, I know, but is it something in the air that we already have? Like, anyone who dies will just come back? Or do you catch the virus and it kills you and that's how you come back? I want to be told things that are true. Do I already have this thing? I don't know. You don't know. It's all up in the air. Not trying to be funny by saying that. It really may be all up in the air. CNN had a talking head on. I don't remember who. She was blonde, had glasses. She said that it could be climate change. Now, okay, maybe, but that would mean... See, I don't know who said it. Don't know if she was a scientist. It was really just kind of a throwaway. I've been watching way too much YouTube news clips, but she's the only one, as far as I know, who has said anything about climate change. And I can't do a search for climate change blonde woman with glasses because that just opens up a big old window of porn. And maybe I have to like erase my search history. I know if you say climate change, then that's a whole... I get climate change, but it's just, you know what happens when people talk about it. I don't have to tell you. Okay, climate change, and maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe the ice caps are melting and some zombie disease that infected Vikings while in Greenland has been uncovered, but I haven't heard about any people in modern Greenland being infected or Inuits, but maybe it's because at some point they grew herd immunity, and listen to me, I sound like a goddamn Facebook post right now. I need to end this episode right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a tuna sandwich and watch Breaking Bad. And I forgot to buy mayonnaise. I don't have any mayonnaise left. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go out and buy mayonnaise or else I'm basically just eating cat food. Okay. So I'm going to do that now. Thanks for listening to this. Hope everybody in NYC is keeping safe. Like, share, and don't die.